everybody, and welcome to Movie Recaps with Brit. Today, we will be taking a look at an episode from the series Girl from Nowhere, titled The Rank. Without further ado, let's get started. This all-female educational institution motivates its students to vie for the prestigious Shining Star Award, an accolade presented to the most aesthetically pleasing young woman on campus. Driven by a strong determination to claim the title, Ying pledges to use any means necessary to achieve her goal. One morning, the headmistress announces the upcoming Shining Star Award, promising an exclusive reward for the fortunate winner of the title. Simultaneously, the headmistress encourages the students to listen closely and discover whether they possess the qualities to be among the top 10 candidates. While standing in front of the school building, a girl accidentally receives a minor cut on her face from a falling leaf. In this particular school, students who are considered attractive are highly admired, and other students eagerly look up to them. A new transfer student named Nanno pleasantly interrupts an ongoing class to introduce herself. The teacher then asks Princess 10, the class leader, to help Nanno get familiar with school-related matters. Once Princess 10 agrees, the teacher instructs Nanno to take a seat beside Ying. According to Nanno, when a girl smiles at her, it indicates either a genuine desire for friendship or an attempt to befriend an adversary. However, when the new girl is more attractive, it usually signifies the latter, similar to Ying's intention in befriending Nanno. Upon Nanno taking her seat, Ying promptly notices the cut on her face. Despite Nanno's nonchalant attitude towards it, Ying advises her to be mindful of her appearance as she cannot roam around the campus with blemishes. To clarify matters for Nanno, Ying brings her to the Lerd Far Tower, also known as the Top 10 Tower, reserved for the school's 10 most popular and beautiful girls. Ying explains that their school operates a beauty ranking system that favors the top 10 most attractive students. An app continuously updates the students' beauty rankings in real time, allowing them to check their positions on their phones whenever they wish. Living in the Lerd Far Tower is considered a privilege, and the students in the top 10 ensure their happiness as they represent the school's beauty to the outside world. Ying feels fortunate and proud to be ranked 10th, which clarifies why she is referred to as Princess 10. To showcase her accomplishment subtly, Ying invites Nanno inside the building, surprising Nanno because she believed only the top 10 were allowed entry. However, Ying explains that the top 10 students have the privilege of bringing one guest each, and since Nanno agrees, she takes her on a tour of the place. While the headmistress's broadcast plays on television, Ying pauses to watch it with keen interest. She appears enthusiastic about the competition and its rewards, while Nanno quietly observes her. Following the announcement, Ying extends an invitation to Nanno to dine in the Grand Hall, where they are treated with utmost elegance. During the meal, Nanno expresses gratitude to Ying for granting her access to such privileges. However, unexpectedly, Ying reveals that she cannot bring Nanno to the tower frequently. She explains that Nanno must dine with ordinary individuals, but she reassures her that it's not a terrible experience, even admitting that she occasionally enjoys life outside the tower. Unbeknownst to Ying, Nanno can easily see through her deceitful words. Shortly after, Nanno produces a chocolate bar from her pocket. Observing this, Ying is taken aback, mindful of her dietary choices, as she watches Nanno indulge in it. Despite being aware of the presence of trans fat in chocolate, Ying finds it hard to resist the temptation when Nanno offers her a piece. Nevertheless, Ying decides to take just a single bite, reasoning that she doesn't want to come across as impolite. While she savors her small treat, Chompu, a stout student, approaches her to say hello. Ying skillfully masks her true feelings, effortlessly maintaining a friendly demeanor while conversing with Chompu. Using her sweet voice, she gently advises the girl not to wander around the building without one of the top 10 girls. Ying generously shares her leftover dessert with Chompu, who gladly accepts it. However, when the lady guards take Chompu away, Ying merely observes and pretends to be worried about Chompu while subtly making unkind remarks about her appearance. Nanno, on the other hand, pretends not to notice Ying's true nature and instead praises her thoughtfulness, calling her the Shining Star. Delighted by Nanno's compliments, Ying humbly responds, claiming that her only desire is to assist others. When the bell rings, Ying escorts Nanno to meet the school's most beautiful student, Gade Pimnapa, also known as the Queen. Gade is held in high esteem by all, and even the top 10 members admire her. As Gade gracefully descends the stairs, Ying gazes at her with admiration, praising her beauty, intelligence, and amiable nature. To reveal Ying's true disposition, Nanno plants the idea in her mind of being just as beautiful as Gade. This prompts Ying to fantasize about herself descending the stairs, becoming the focal point of everyone's admiration and attention. Yet, Ying deceives others by claiming that she has never considered herself worthy of being the shining star and insists that no one can compare to Gade's greatness. However, she then shifts the focus to Nanno's beauty, enthusiastically suggesting they check Nanno's ranking on her phone. Upon discovering that Nanno holds the 11th position, Ying's mood darkens, feeling threatened by the fact that Nanno is only one rank behind her. Despite trying to mask her disappointment, Ying struggles not to display her upset emotions and hurriedly asks Nanno to leave. As soon as Ying exits, Nanno smirks, content with the reaction she elicited from Ying. The following day, Ying wakes up to a notification on her phone, informing her that she has dropped to 11th place in the rankings. Worried about her appearance, she looks at herself in the mirror and becomes anxious when she sees a pimple on her nose. In an attempt to address it, she decides to pop the pimple, but it only worsens the situation. Upon arriving at their classroom, Ying notices that Nanno is surrounded by their classmates, who are congratulating her and suggesting that she might climb the rankings faster than Ying. However, as soon as they spot Ying at the door, the room falls silent. As Ying takes her seat, Nanno cheerfully greets her as Princess 10. In response, Ying remarks that Nanno is now in 10th place. Nanno attempts to reassure Ying that her current ranking is temporary, and once her pimple disappears, she will regain her place in the top 10. One of the girls curiously inquires how Ying suddenly developed a pimple when it's the first time they have seen her with one. Ying then touches her pimple, but another girl intervenes, cautioning her that it might worsen the situation. The girl also speculates that eating chocolates might be the cause of her pimple. Thinking about the chocolate bar, Ying gazes at Nanno, but Nanno merely smiles. Another girl suggests taking her to a reputable clinic, to which Ying envisions responding with an insult. However, in truth, she remains the well-behaved individual she is and politely declines. When the girls depart, Nanno attempts to evoke Ying's emotions by innocently noting how snug her bow is, causing Ying to feel envious that Nanno is using a personalized bow, available only for the top 10 students, while she is using a regular one. During lunchtime, Ying confidently enters the tower, forgetting she no longer has access to the place. But when the lady guards stop her, Nanno comes to her rescue by stating that Ying is her guest. Despite that, Ying decides to turn down the offer, saving herself from embarrassment by mentioning her longing for the school canteen's food. Left with no other option, Ying is compelled to experience the lives of regular students, having her meals in the school canteen and even using the unclean restroom. Accustomed to her luxurious lifestyle, Ying strongly dislikes the taste of ordinary food and spits it out, causing the other students to laugh at her. Her misery persists as she discovers a fly in her drink and becomes terrified upon encountering a gecko inside the ladies' room. Dealing with a breakout of pimples, Ying decides to sit on a school bench where she happily stumbles upon an article in a magazine promising instant beauty transformation within just 14 days. However, her joy is short-lived when a girl approaches her to demonstrate how she has managed to achieve a ranking of 6th. Ying gazes at her in astonishment, but upon recollecting her flawed face, she quickly conceals it and departs from the girl, who mocks her misfortune. However, even in her dreams, Ying continues to be tormented by her diminished attractiveness. She experiences a nightmare in which she wins the Shining Star Award, but the headmistress recoils at the sight of blemishes on Ying's face. In the end, Ying wakes up screaming in distress. Subsequently, Ying's morning takes an unfortunate turn as she receives a notification that her ranking has slipped to 21st place. Determined to address her pimple problem, Ying visits the convenience store to purchase some facial products. However, when Nanno appears and approaches her, she doesn't want to appear desperate, so she refuses to admit that she wants to purchase pimple cream. Nanno mentions that the store offers many excellent products and encourages Ying to buy something to improve their rankings. She also seeks Ying's advice on what she should purchase, but Ying hastily heads for the exit, accidentally colliding with Chompu. Ying proceeds to ignore Chompu, prompting Nanno to approach the girl and share something with her in a hushed tone that brings smiles to both their faces. After 2 days of using various face products, Ying's pimples vanish, and she regains her position in 10th place. Happily heading to school, Ying is eager to ride the swing in front of the Lerd Far Tower. However, a fellow student named New approaches her and advises her to check her messages before taking her bow and departing. Upon checking her messages, Ying learns that New has now claimed the 10th spot while she has dropped to the 11th position. Simultaneously, New reports Ying to the lady guards, resulting in their request for Ying to leave the area. But just as she's about to face trouble, Nanno intervenes, asserting that Ying is accompanying her. With the lady guards gone, Nanno invites Ying to join her on the swing, but Ying declines the offer. Instead, Ying suggests pushing the swing for Nanno, secretly scheming to cause trouble for her. Seizing the opportunity, Nanno tells Ying that she can reclaim her spot by making others appear less attractive. Encouraged by this idea, Ying pushes the swing with great force. Ignoring Nanno's pleas to stop, she persists in pushing the swing until Nanno tumbles to the ground. Pretending to be concerned for Nanno briefly, she quickly changes her attitude when she receives a notification that she has returned to the top 10. In an instant, she seizes Nanno's bow and leaves her behind. Nanno, with bruises, opens her eyes and smiles, successfully exposing Ying's true nature. Following the intense encounter, Ying relaxes inside the tower, wearing a sheet mask, as the other top 10 members enter the room. Engaging in gossip, they discuss the usual misfortunes that precede the announcement of the Shining Star Award winner. They also unknowingly speak ill of Ying, who is present in the room and hears everything they say. Outraged and consumed by greed, Ying devises a plan to boost her ranking by sabotaging the other girls' appearances. Fueled by anger, she employs a cat to scratch one girl in the bathroom and places ants on the towels of the others. Additionally, she renders New unconscious with a chemical before cutting her hair and shaving her eyebrows. Furthering her malicious scheme, Ying causes a minor explosion in the school lab while 2 students are present and uses an unknown substance to induce facial hair growth in one girl after tampering with her drink. When the girl's twin mocks her, she retaliates by splashing her own drink on her face, leading to the growth of facial hair on her twin's face as well. Through these devious actions, Ying manages to climb to the 2nd spot in the rankings. During Gade's product review, Ying alters the product to be harmful, resulting in her face turning green. Ying is pleased with the success of her scheme. However, the following day, she discovers their school deserted and in chaos. When she enters the Lerd Far Tower, Ying finds Nanno inside, and the television is malfunctioning. Nanno, who is present there, mentions that the beauty ranking system is malfunctioning as well. Confused by the situation, Ying questions Nanno, who accuses her of causing all the trouble and warns her not to pretend ignorance. Nanno points out that Ying serves as a role model for imitators, and many try to emulate her actions. Ying accuses Nanno of desiring to take the crown from her, but Nanno simply laughs at her. The cruel-hearted Ying finally shows her real self, but Nanno clarifies that she has no interest in winning the Shining Star Award like Ying. Shortly after, Gade appears downstairs, and Ying is astonished to see that Gade looks beautiful again after applying makeup. Before leaving, Nanno reminds Ying to have faith in her own beauty, as it embodies the essence of the Shining Star Award. As Ying and Gade confront each other, they begin to argue over who truly deserves the title. To demonstrate who will ultimately prevail, Ying initiates an attack on Gade. The 2 girls engage in a physical altercation, and when Gade bites Ying's cheek, she retaliates by headbutting her. As they grow fatigued, the school's beauty ranking system starts functioning again. Ying hears the headmistress's announcement, directing all students to gather in the main hall for the declaration of the Shining Star Award winner. Making sure that Gade won't be able to join, Ying delivers another kick before hurrying to the venue. The highly anticipated ceremony commences, and just as the headmistress is about to reveal the winner of the Shining Star Award, Ying arrives at the scene. Ying is confident that she will win the award when she notices her main rivals looking unattractive. However, when the winner is announced as an unfamiliar girl, everyone is astonished, except for Nanno, who appears unsurprised. Ying protests, arguing that the girl doesn't even attend their school and desperately claims that she deserves the award instead. The headmistress is taken aback by Ying's reaction but calmly advises her to believe in the beauty of her fellow students. Finally, the announced winner steps onto the stage to receive her trophy and deliver her speech. She starts to stammer, revealing to the crowd that Chompu, the previously stout girl, has magically transformed into a slim figure. Thank you for watching our movie recap. While it may seem simple, it actually took a lot of hard work and dedication to produce. If you enjoyed the video, we kindly ask you to show your support by liking and subscribing to our channel. By doing so, you'll stay updated on our latest content and help us continue creating more in-depth analyses and critiques of the movies you love. Thank you again for your support.